I did a 1 hour colon hydrotherapy session. They weighed me again. I dropped 11 pounds of all this impacted funk and gunk and junk that was just sitting there in my colon putrefying. And it had been there for decades, accumulating. And I had no idea. And so I was super excited to get that crap out of me. No pun intended, literally. And then I remember because they were like, you're gonna feel like crap for a while, and then you're gonna feel amazing. And they said usually on Thursday or Friday you wake up and feel amazing. Well, Wednesday night I went to bed at 8 p.m. and I never go to bed at 8 p.m. I just wanted the day to be over. I was irritable. I had night sweats. I had a metallic taste coming off of my tongue as heavy metals were exiting my body. I was kind of cold and flu-like symptoms, kind of achy. And then I woke up Thursday morning, Natalie, and I felt like I was reborn. And me and Charles, we did our little routine. We did our wheatgrass shots, our green juice, our lemon lime water. We worked out. We did a hot cold plunge and saunas. And we're walking back to our little hacienda. And I looked at him and I go, dude, do you feel as good as I do? And he's like, yeah, I feel amazing. I go, dude, my arms are literally tingling with energy. Like, go do something right now. And I said, I feel like I'm 18. I'm like, I go, dude, you're gonna heal. Like I've interviewed around. I was skeptical, Natalie. I was super skeptical. I'm like, how could this podunk place and help people heal a cancer? I didn't realize that how the body worked. They educated us. It was like 40 hours a week of education. Awesome. And I said, Charles, you're gonna heal. And I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna give up all meat except for bacon and we're gonna heal together and do all this thing. Now, for you meat eaters out there, I still eat a little bit of meat today. I did go, plant based for about 8.5 years. I do a little bit now because I'm just not fanatical about anything. I do what works for me, and everybody needs to find out what works for them. And that's your journey to figure out. But he went all plant based, and more important than that, it's the type of food. It's the living foods, the sprouts. I call it the phytochemical override because you get phytochemicals from living foods versus, a cut cucumber has no phytochemicals. It just dies off. So anyway, I said, you're going to heal a cancer. I know it. He's like, I hope so. I feel great. And we came home. We completely changed our lifestyle. And in 2.5 years, my friend healed with no chemo, no radiation, no surgery of this. I thought he was going to die. Like my other buddy just died at age 40 of stomach cancer. Here's Charles at 43. I lost my aunt to melanoma skin cancer. It spread to her lungs and her spine. My mom did the hospice care. Then my grandma died of glioblastoma brain tumor. So my experience was you get cancer, you're toast. I was just there to spend the last few days that I could with my friend before he died. That's what my belief system was. And now he freaking heals himself and he does it without anybody. He does it himself. And so now I'm just like, nobody can take that away from me. And I've been running around for years telling people about this story. And that's why out of all the people that I've coached, which is about 750 one-on-one private coaching, 300 of them have had cancer. So I've had a lot of experience in that little cancer realm simply because of Charles's story has brought a lot of people to me. And so now you ask the question, why chemicals? Because when I got back home, somebody told me to type in 3 words into my browser: umbilical cord chemical. Umbilical cord chemical. So when you're done listening to this show today, go type that in, and you'll see the same studies that I saw that went back to 2005 that show that every single child being born today, they're finding a bunch of toxic chemicals in the womb. So this one study, they look for 400 chemicals. They find 71% of what they're looking for, about 250, and 180 of those cause cancer in humans. I mean, let that sink in for a moment. Like every single time they test the blood serum of young babies and young moms, they're finding 180 chemicals that cause cancer in the fetus in the womb there. And so I actually made a ebook called Dying in the Womb, and we talk about all this stuff. And so I sat back in my chair and I'm like, oh my God, we're all polluted. We can't see it. It's microscopic. Nobody's talking about this. This was back in 2011. There's more of it now today. People are getting around, but back in 2011, there wasn't very many people talking about this at all. And so I'm like, I got to tell people about this shit. Like, it's like, hey, there's a 5-alarm fire, and nobody's ringing the fire bell. And it's just killing people. And I met people later and found out that 4,300 people a day in the United States are dying from processed foods. So it's just a slow kill. And we're killing ourselves paying for this stuff going into the grocery stores, thinking that some entity's protecting us. So I'm just like, oh my God. And the older we are, and oh my God. And then I did a little bit more research. Those toxic chemicals, that's just in the blood serum. In the fat and muscle tissue, they're concentrated 500 to 1,000% more because they accumulate. So the older we are, the more time we've had to bioaccumulate these toxins from the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the clothing we wear, if it's not natural fiber, personal care products, toothpaste, shampoos, sun deodorants, sunscreens, all these things. And so there's a lot of stuff going out there. So I completely changed my life. And that's how Chemical Free Body got born. It's trying to bring awareness to one thing to get people to focus on. And I've watched people that have struggled with their health forever. They say, I've done everything. The people we get, our customers are like, I've tried everything. I'm like, well, have you tried detoxing? Well, no, I haven't tried that. Okay, well, maybe we should start there. Right. And so we just focus on getting out, because if your cells are full of toxins, the room is full. Even if you go eat nutrients, the nutrients can't get into the room because the door's locked off. It's like at a bar. They're like, sorry, we're at full capacity. So detoxification is paramount. Everybody needs to turn it into a lifestyle because we just live in a modern polluted world. So you get detoxing, you flood the body with nutrients, and you learn how to reduce and respond differently to stress. And if you do those three things, that's what we teach. We've watched people come back to life one after another, one after another. And if you do all those things and you don't get better, at least we know exactly what your problem is.